Hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hello, Resky. Yes, I realized I was on mute. Not anymore. Yes. Um, Welcome to another stream. Let me just click that off. How's your day been? Oh no, yet again, the ad breaks. Love that. Can I actually I know there is a way to... Oh no, never mind. Nothing. We're continuing the quest, the Archon quest on Genshin today, and hopefully we'll know more and get more answers to where the heck did Childe disappear to. Go ahead and ask if you have a question, because this is World Mental Health Day. What makes you keep positive? Oh, is today a World Mental Health Day? I didn't know that. Happy World Mental Health Day, and anybody who is struggling, any day, but especially today, since if it is a mental health day. October 10th. That's a good thing to know. That's a good fact to know. Anyways, anyone who is or might be struggling or feeling overwhelmed or anything, just know you're not alone. Literally, there are so many people who struggle mentally. Not the best, obviously, not how things should be, but if it helps at all to anybody feel less alone with that, just know that you're not alone with that. I also struggle with feeling down and anxious and not the best, as you know. I do speak about mental health quite openly and about therapy and stuff, so yeah. Actually, that's a good gateway to a little note that I want to say, that I haven't been feeling the best lately, a couple of weeks, and I don't feel like it's getting any easier anytime soon because of some life situations, so I might not be online a lot. I don't know how long, but some time. I try to, obviously, because streaming helps me feel better, and that is the answer to your question. Things that make me feel positive and happy and to feel joy are the things that I enjoy doing, like streaming or reading a good book or drawing or watching a fun series or anything like that. Also having friends, that's also important, but sometimes especially since I'm not the most sociable person, I know how overwhelming and sometimes difficult people can be. So sometimes it's also not possible to have a lot of human contact. So just doing things that you enjoy doing is something important, and having somebody who listens, somebody you can talk to. I try to encourage people to be more to be more positive, seriously. You, Kels, Evan, anyone, because I love your content, and Kels and Evan. I genuinely feel a bit sad about you are less streaming, but I hope you will live your life happiest. Aw, thank you, Resky. I hope it's gonna change now that I'm back to my other job. I'm not doing the job that I was doing during the whole summer. So I'm assuming that I will have more time for streaming. Not always and not every week, but most weeks I think I'm gonna be streaming more than once. At least that's the plan. As always, I will stream as much as I can sometimes it's just not possible. And I do put my health, mental and physical health, above that. So if I'm struggling either way, mentally or physically, I'm not gonna push myself to stream. But it is something I hold dearly, and which also, that is a thing that helps me. So when I am feeling down, I often do want to stream. Depending sometimes of the feelings I'm feeling. If I'm really sad and just low energy, I might not want to because it's not entertaining. But in general, if I'm feeling less like 100, streaming helps me. Also, hi Bird. What are you gonna cook? First, cooking pasta sauce. What kind of sauce are you making? I made I think it was Thai soup. It's a chicken soup, chicken coconut soup. And it was like fine. Not the best ever I've ever had. I haven't, like, Asian foods in general are easy to make. Like, they're not super complicated, but they're not the easiest to make taste authentic. Like, they're really hard to make taste as they should. It's not bad. I didn't, like, every time I make something, I like to make Asian food. So whenever I do something like that, it's like, it's not bad. It's just not what it's supposed to be. So yeah, I think the recipe that I found, it was just some random recipe on the internet. The one that I found didn't have any chili on it, and that was already like, usually Asian recipes do have some spice in it. This one didn't. Oh, it did have curry, like curry paste, but it didn't have any chili. So I think I'm gonna, when I'm gonna eat it next time, like reheat it, I'm gonna add some chili in it, and maybe that'll help it a bit. I also added some avocado in it, which the recipe did not say, but I just felt like adding it. I'm not sure how the avocado will survive in the inside the, because I should have added on a side plate, but as you know, avocado goes black like really quickly, so I didn't wanna like eat it all today. I wanted some of it for it to be left to be for tomorrow. So I don't know. We'll see how that survives in the soup. Of course, your mental health is important. Everyone's mental health is important, and it should be a priority. I'm doing good. I'm just thinking about streaming in general. Already BRB, I can't find the kilo of tomatoes Jesper should have bought for me. It was me, I just looked over them. Happy World Mental Health for you. I need all mental health I can get. Yes, same. Honestly, same. Well, we're gonna start the game, because that helps. We can ignore our problems and look at the game. Also, if you can hear some weird noises or drainage sounds, my dishwasher is on, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. Do you see Genshin added encounter points in order to suffice the daily commissions? No, I'm not online too much nowadays. Like, I've been MIA a lot online. I like keep logging into Instagram and Twitter like occasionally, but very little, so I don't know much of anything, to be honest. But I guess we'll find out. Okay. The sound of the game, by the way, is the same as last time. But if there's something you want me to change, let me know. Like if it's too low or too loud. Or the characters speak too softly compared to everything else, or whatever the case. Just tell me and I'll fix it. I'll try at least. Okay, actually let me see what the dialogue is. Oh, it's...
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in!
Should be...
Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Let's try that. Not Paimon screaming into our ears. Ooh, we got fates. Should we? I think I should. So far so good. And that's always good to hear. No, boring. Alright. I think it doesn't take too long for me to do the daily commissions. So I think I'm gonna quickly do the daily commissions. I'll like speed run them. And then after that we'll hop to the actual Archon. Quest. This jail party is just so hilarious. I just like, I don't know, the whole combination of this party setup is just quite funny to me.
This is order.
Let's see if we can survive these kind of things, because this is timed. I don't want to fight you.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Oh my god, can you not? Also, something I didn't notice before. I didn't know that Linny's oh my god.
A round of applause!
Whenever you continuously fight with Linny like this, I obviously knew that he turns into a card, but what I did not know
Order guide you.
is that
Our bond is strong!
oh my god,
Brace
can you
yourself.
stop
This is
coming?
gonna hurt.
Let's get this show on the road!
Where even are the... Okay, there we go. This is useless. Anyways, I didn't know that he switches to cards, like throwing cards, instead of an arrow. Like the first one is always an arrow, and the charged is an arrow, obviously. But if you continuously keep doing the normal attack, he switches to cards. Can you see that? Like he's literally throwing cards. Can I like zoom in? Look. Can I like pause it mid-air? Let me see. Yeah, there we go. You could see the card in his hand. That is so cool. Risley is on 7 days. Is he? Oh yeah, 7 days. We have 7 days time to get Neuvillette if we want him. If not, then I'm not too bothered, honestly. He's like really cool, but I'm not too bothered. Let me tell you a story. A streamer occasionally try to pull Neuvillette, but when they see the trailer on Risley, she changes her mind and saves Primos for Risley. I do understand that. I can understand that. Although I don't think I will. I always say that, but I might pull him anyways. But I don't plan to pull for Ridley just because well, obviously I haven't really tried playing with him. I think. Was he in the... Hold on. Let me quickly see if he was on the test. No, he wasn't on the test run. Light chasing. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna try, obviously, what he's gonna feel like to actually play with. But so far, I'm not too bothered. Like, I'm not a major fan. I love the character. And the... I'm just gonna take this, because Nemo is doing some kind of... trapeze things on the table. Or some contortioning. I don't want him to knock over my water glass. Okay, anyways. No, I don't want to talk to you. Get out. Yeah, I'm just not a massive fan of his fighting style. The one that I've actually like seen. Obviously, we haven't tried him like his mechanics just yet, and I will try that. I'm just not very like I'm not looking forward to it. I feel like his fighting style and fighting is very similar to the red-haired guy, or like he has like auburn hair. What the heck is his name? The detective. What the heck is his name? Kazua's friend. My mind went completely blank, so I can't tell you what his name is. But the guy with the two... Hazo! Yes, he has these little dots under his eyes. Yes, I meant Hazo. I feel like Ridley's... yes, you can rant. If it's about your student stuff, I may not be much help, except for condolences, but... yes, you may rant. Yeah, anyways. I'm not a huge fan of them making male mages or like male catalysts to be like fighters. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Not yesterday, but the day before, I was playing this with my friend, and I was joking with her that I literally don't remember anything anymore, like any names, anything, and then we were like jokingly saying like, oh, what's this game that we play, and like, what is going on, who am I? And literally now I cannot remember anyone's names. What I meant to say is that Baizu is not a fighter character, and he is a catalyst, like a mage person. And I like that, because sometimes I don't always want to be kicking and punching the air. I'd like to actually
I can't seem to shake this strange feeling.
do some like magic.
Let's just hope it's my imagination.
And what I find interesting a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit sexist, is that it's all the male characters that are like those. Like we have Hazo and now we have Risley, and we don't really have many male mages anyways, or like catalysts. So yeah, I don't know, I feel a bit weird about that. I will take my words back once we have a catalyst, female catalyst who also kicks and punches people instead of doing what mages usually do, which is magic. How the heck do I get here? Like literally. How? I have no idea. I need to follow some kind of... I don't know if it actually works if I get the golden trail. If I don't... Oh yeah, I do. Okay, great. Because I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, it's inside the tree. Okay, that makes sense. And I'm a little bit dumb. Let me get rid of the chat. So I can see... Well, not get rid of it, but I want it to be like... big and not attached to the UI. There we go. Now I can actually see some messages. I generally wish there will be a female character who is really heavy puncher like Ridley. Yes, we need some like a kick-ass, boss-ass bitch catalyst. Like a catalyst with like good muscles, but a woman. Like the kind of like another name that I can't remember. Like it's like
Just
right
let me
at the
know.
tip of my tongue. What is wrong with me? Why can I not remember anybody's name? This guy, Beidou. I was like Baizu, kind of like that, but it's not Baizu. Anyway, we need like a really kick-ass female catalyst character. I hope we get that someday. Not directly, just we bought the wrong feta. It's twice the price and not even enough for the recipe. It was an accident, obviously, but with money, sorrows, and difficulty with starting to cook and care for myself, this is an annoying setback. Aw, that's really annoying. I'm sorry for that. Is it gonna be difficult for you to make the dish now? Like, is it affecting the dish, or is it just that there's not enough feta? Because maybe, I don't know what you're making of it, but maybe you could like cut it into smaller pieces, or just accept that you have less feta. I don't know how like essential it is to the dish. It sounds like fun. You can make up names. We could just make up names. Like, I've forgotten literally every character's name. Like Razor does. I'll just start calling everybody. The grown-up with a weird smile, and the green guy, and the purple lady. I will, I believe there will be a female character like that someday. Maybe. We'll see, I guess. Wanderer name in one of my friends is called Indigo. I'm so intrigued what people called their Wanderer. Because you could like change it. So I always like think about what people named him. Okay. And then one more thing, and then we are... Wait, somebody is not dispatched. Oh, I hate this. You. I can still make it now. It will taste less nice tonight, but I can buy more feta tomorrow and add it to the rest. Well, if you can buy more feta tomorrow, then why don't you just eat everything today and have it taste like it's supposed to, and then buy more feta tomorrow, if you're gonna do it anyways. It's okay, just this meal now costs twice as much as I intended. Well, I know, but it's just one feta after all. Like, yes, it's not ideal and annoying and really just not the best. But maybe you can just imagine you're celebrating your feta loving dish. I I know it's not great, but it is what it is. You can't just take it back. So best enjoy it now. It's not the end of the world. It's just an isolated event, but it's okay. I just wanted to vent. I know you, and you are allowed to feel annoyed by that. It's completely fine. Oop, there goes Cookie.
Hey, you over there?
Cookies.
Yeah, you.
Or
Say,
thinking
you like
or
playing card
talking
games?
about cookies.
You know, like Genius Invocation,
I was
TCG.
no, not that again. I was trying to withdraw of buying any cookies because I'm trying to eat less sugar, and I was like, no, let's not get the cookies. But then I was like, oh, I can't. But I thought, okay, I'll buy a different kind of cookie. I'll buy the oat cookie that is just like covered in chocolate. Yes, obviously it has sugar in it and it's not good, but I'm hoping it's better than the normal one, because the normal one is just wheat. So this one at least has oats. The way you said cookies, talking about made me think your cookies were gonna be talking. I wish. That would be interesting. I actually meant to look at the portion ingredient sizes. Just, I don't look at them. Like, I'm not a person who counts calories or does anything like that. If you do, that's completely fine. But I'm just like, it's in my head and to my knowledge, it's not the healthiest mindset, so I never do that, and actually it's pointless anyways, because like it's not accurate. Anyways, besides the point, the packages do have like the portion size thingies where they have like how much sugar, how much like wheat, gluten thingy, whatever it's called in English, and how much each of everything. And I meant to look at the part with the sugar because I'm actually interested if the oat cookies are less sugary than the normal ones that I eat. Imagine the ones that I normally eat are less. That would be a plot twist. Then I can just quit trying to be healthy and just eat my cookies. No, but I still do have cookies. I'm just trying to be a bit more mindful because I know it's not good to have refined sugar that much, and I'm trying to be a bit better for my health, and having sugar, like sugary sugar every day is not the best, but it's the only vice for me that I can't quit. Like, it's too hard. Like, it's the same as coffee for people. Like, they understand coffee is not the best for them, but they choose to have it either way, even though they know it's not the best. That's me with the cookies. Like, I accept that I eat sugar a lot, way more than I should, and way more than that is healthy, but it is my only vice, and I'll just accept living that way. It's just sometimes I come up to my limit and I do realize, like, okay, you gotta chill, man.
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Yes.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow invocation aficionados?
I'm not
Anyway,
that. I
care to
stopped
join me for a
playing
game?
at level 5 because I could not beat that, and now everyone's at level like 57, and there's no way I'm able to beat anybody.
Alright. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi. Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived? Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner? There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the Bombshell Bros.
Bombshell Bros.
I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. It's pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day. If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend to talk a lot of nonsense, but they aren't exactly bad.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait.
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
Nice.
To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that. A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
I wish. Oh, jeez, I forgot that Cookie died. Thanks for killing her. I completely forgot that. Well, I don't completely, but sometimes I completely forget that the card game exists. It's just that it is so hard for me. Like, I don't understand it at all. And it's too much of a tactic game, and it's way too long. At first it was fun because it was shorter and the matches were like tolerable and I could actually do them. But the more difficult it becomes, obviously the more the longer the matches are gonna be as well. So it's way too mathy for me. Like, I can't do it. So I've just given up on that part of the game. I know it's annoying and I shouldn't just abandon things in this game, but honestly I have so much to do and so little time that I just have accepted that. Not for me, unfortunately. I wish I was good at it, but I am not, so it's just something I can't do. And it's just, I have to accept that. I hate when I can't complete some things in games. That really annoys me. But it is what it is.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Well, I would also just hold up a mirror and look into it.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? That's true.
I don't think anybody has the need for a distinction between upper and over when most people only know of the upper world, or what, overworld, sorry.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Alright.
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that? Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eye.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But I don't forget that.
I love that. Oh my god. It's changed into Oh My Archon. Yes, because they don't have a god. Well, they do, but the god is an Archon.
Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here?
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else. Speaking of which, The last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too. Huh.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think it... Could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
Interesting.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Okay. How do we get down? Where is the elevator again? I think it's this way. I should really learn the map because it's hard to navigate here. Ooh, there's so many things to collect. I always love to get the books though, because as you know, I like to complete things. And completed books make me happy. Alright. I kinda wanna know what the hand is on the minimap. Like, is it something interesting?
I wonder what my dear sister Lynette is doing right now. Missing me to death, I'm sure.
Oh my god, Linny. You are quite funny. Okay, still not on this. In this place, unfortunately. It's annoying. But it's okay. Alright, are we on the production zone? I think we are. Or maybe not. Actually, I don't know where we are. Fortress of Meripede. Zone upper level. Okay. Is there anything I can grab? Oh, that's annoying. I don't know where it is. But let me see if we can find Linny on this level. No, it's a lower level. Huh. It's still lower than this one. Now I'm confused, because it's lower than this one, but we went to a lower level, so I am very confused. Now it's upper level. How do I get there? There must be some kind of... I don't know. Oh, yes. I hope this can take us up. But only for the... Or only for one level? Yes! Okay, great. If this is not it, then I have no idea what is. No, I think... Yeah.
Huh?
Look at his little braid.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
And what did you find?
I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Childe probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Childe's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Childe said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Childe's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too. Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Childe's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first. No, when it comes to intelligence gathering, I'd never consider you to be an amateur. Didn't you say it yourself? It's always been your strong suit. I'll believe anything as long as it comes from you. So, please prove your prowess to me once again.
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Imagine if it was mine, like my job, to remember to do that. I would not. Ooh, a cutscene.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek. There seem to be several people inside.
Right. I feel like
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
I'm very confused what is happening, but
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison?
Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
oh, she's cute though, even though she's a little bit weird.
You can do it, traveler.
You want an outfit check? I don't know why I keep it in, since it's the most useless thing. Because all my outfits are like so so useless. But I'm wearing just a little, what is this? Jumper. And then, aw, you little tired boy. Nemo is yawning. Nemo's yawning. Cute little guy. Just leggings. And my cute socks, like always. And then I put this on because I'm cold. We're officially entered to the cold stage of the year. Which is sad, but also kind of what happens. Alright, let's continue.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
I do wonder what all these other people are doing here. Like, isn't she the only nurse? Why do we need these other guys here? You actually have knack for preparing clothes. I mean, polo shirt is traditionally masculine clothes, but you can make it stylish. I wouldn't say polo shirts are for like men. I don't know, maybe it is, but I think they're quite unisex.
My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
Eh? Oh, that's good.
I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath. Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here? And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, how strange. What about here? Does this hurt? Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible.
Oh no.
Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Lorvine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
There are only 2 people left in the room. And then we have Juryu.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
That 2 seconds did a lot. I can't keep staring at her. I'll draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have a notice. Now he's looking in my direction
Her
too.
stomachache's really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sishuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sishuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
All the files on the table appear to be patient records, while there's the box. I can't check it out now. There also aren't many furnishing on the wall, eh? Wait, there seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurous intuition speaking, but isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here of all places?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later.
See you later.
He just slowly walked off like that?
Ate something that disagrees with you? Yeah, I always have arguments with my pasta too. Yes.
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishuin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine. No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Sure, a lot.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sishuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest. Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
See ya!
I don't
going to fill
believe
out your
she'd be
medical record
evil,
now.
but I don't trust
You're
her.
widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
That's it.
Alright then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
Got it. Paimon will hold the traveler to that for sure. Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
You move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely. You can, however, still catch some hints of Paimon's conversation with Siege
We've been
Wind.
to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong.
Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll recover soon.
The wood brings forth a wave of comfort. You let yourself relax.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods.
Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
All this seems very interesting. But let's go and see if we can find anything else. Or where we should go anyways. I think we need to... Oh, I think we're going back to our dorm, if you could say that. Our room, whatever it is. Or so, let me just touch that. Nice. Wait, is he a doctor? I thought she was the... Interesting. Okay, let's see what we get.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death! No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now! Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Movable hatch on the ground, as well as the situation Sijuin asked Loreen. Also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show?
Whoa! You really are super thorough! All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on! We've gotta give the info to Linny!
Okay, we write some stuff down on a piece of paper. Why though? Why can't we just... You managed to pass the slip to a busy Lynette as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable, and she does not even look at you or change her expression as she pockets the info. What a disguise indeed. Finally, the promised 9th day arrives.
Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Linny!
Okay, let's go. Why is Paimon owing? What happened? That was very strange. Maybe Paimon's
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few
weird
days?
one.
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person.
First recipe is complete in the oven now. Time to now make some curry sauce. Look at me making healthy stuff and taking care of myself. Good job. This part of the game seems more of an investigation than fighting. I could enjoy that. There are some quests that are less fighting. Like, not every quest is fighting, but this is an exceptionally no fighting. Like, we have had no fights at all in the jail.
Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Exceptionally no fighting sounds good.
Is now a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Yeah, we still don't know why.
I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Alright. Oh. We're already here. Great.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
But Sigewinne is also gonna be back soon, so it's not the greatest of plans.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Alright. So not that. Oh.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication. Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
What does that mean? Why is that not a good sign? I don't understand. Can we look at this now?
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Don't panic. Aww. That's not good.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all? The back. This...
Show me! Now!
Oh no, what is going on?
That look on your face. But would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to... Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Childe. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please, talk some sense into him!
Why can't we... I'm just so annoyed. Why can't we be the one who goes after them? Like, we know how to dive. We clearly know how to breathe underwater. And there's a hatch that we can open. Like, there's so many possibilities.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
I think he's the only one panicking. That's the first time I will see Fremine here. What are you plotting?
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Someone! Please help! She...
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite... What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling.
I told you, she's not to be trusted.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Lenny! Wait!
I love that I'm just...
We have to catch up to him!
I'm running after Linny as Linny. Where did he
He's already out
go?
of sight! How is he so fast?
Exactly. I have no idea where he went. Okay. Where am I to go now? It's not telling me where I need to go. Oh, not this again. Okay. That's why she's too trusting of them. She wants to know their motives. I like that you chase Linny as Linny, yes. Exactly. Oh, I need to go down. Oh, the office.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Childe's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Childe's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really want?
Linny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Aww.
That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you,
I don't understand Ridley's
My
character.
intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening.
Why couldn't he just ask for her
I've
to
heard
come
that the bonds
anyways?
between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I do agree with him, but he's a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, so much chat, I don't see it. I can see this side of him. Last time he's so formal. Yeah, he's quite a character. Hi Potato Mia, how you doing? Fremi is going somewhere. Fremi is in the sea. We don't know where he is. The end is of this quest truly something. I just realized he has some kind of scar in front of his body. Yeah, he has scars all over his throat. I don't know where he got them. I'd like to know his lore, but we rarely get to know anything about these characters and their design, so I don't know. He has it all over his body. I just see him close up today, plus Ridley's character is more of a scheming good guy. I feel like he's kind of a person that is a little... he reminds me of Zhongli. Zhongli is not evil, ever, but he can feel or seem unjust because of his contracts, or unreasonable. Like, you can feel all sorts of emotions while interacting with Zhongli. And I get the same feeling from him. Like, he is really neutral and calm and collected, and he's really smart. Neuvillette did tell us that in advance, that he's like a real tactical... He should be like a chess player, you know? But that can feel really maddening when you're on the other side of that end, because he's not lying, he's only being actually just, but it feels unjust, if that makes any sense. I'm actually intriguing because at first he's so formal despite his punk-like appearance. I believe it's more than meets the eye. He can't contact Arlecchino because of her status mostly. Right. Fun fact, Neuvillette is rarely leave Fontaine, so he likes to import water from several places. He said that every water's taste is different in every place. I mean, there's only one straightforward character in this game, and that is Razor. That is true. We stand Razor. High position people do be like that. I love his description. Sumeru's water tastes so complex, and Mondstadt's water taste is so crisp. The scars of Risley are because of the fight competition that happens in the fortress. Oh, how can you get crisp water? Do you think it with pebble or something? It's probably more like tasting the difference between hot, cold, and warm water. Yeah, we don't know. I don't know.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5.
Wait,
2. Time's up. It really is a shame, Miss...
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Oh no!
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Oh, okay. Do I just click this?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sigewinne be doing during that time? The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta. We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Is the mystery meat the Fonta product?
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
I'm gonna try do that.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners. Fonta's internal reports suggest... The research note said that the Melusine rig... According to Collins, the
No, it's not that. Then what about...
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for...
What about
We often
Sigewinne?
see Miss Sigewinne... The research note said that the Melus...
No? I hate these ones because I can never find the logic in the clues. Genshin logic does not go well with my brain. Like, I cannot find the connection with the clues. I struggle with this every time. Like, I just... Whenever the clues are correct, I just don't understand. I don't understand it. Regarding the hidden rules of production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row? Who will see it if you keep working continuously?
We often see Miss Sigewinne observing...
Ah, she, yeah. Ah, oh my god. It's a clue. Oh my goodness. I never understood this changes. Thank you, Potato. You're a real... You're the real one. Always helping me out. You should actually have like a how to play Genshin channel. Literally. I'm way too tired and gassed out today. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't type today either. I was messaging Bird earlier and I was just writing the most nonsense I could ever write, and I'm just like, okay, let's not do this today. Under what circumstances does the strange meat appear?
According to Collins, the Fonta promoter has been struggling. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sigewinne be doing during that time?
Before lunch, right. So it's Sigewinne that's doing it. That's strange.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sigewinne, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewinne visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sigewinne has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does.
Oh, so it's actually good.
However,
it's not bad.
Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out.
So it's like, let's say, rich on protein and fat, but it tastes horrible. I think that's what it is. Please no weird things on chat, please. She got the glasses on. Yep, like in the first cases. Yes. Yes, the detective glasses. They are so funny.
Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewinne's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
If someone tries to support both boxers at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning which contains a strange blood-colored liquid. That is strange. Okay, who sent the package containing the strange blood-colored fluid? Sigewinne again?
I've been told that the infirmary is always... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
Oh, maybe this is the Fonta thing.
The product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employee... We often see Miss Sigewinne... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it.
Let's try the Fonta route.
The Fonta promoter has been Fonta's internal reports suggest...
Okay, not these ones. Why does the strange... Wait. Is it wrong because I do them in an incorrect order? Should I only do one at a time? You chose the right options, but the order was wrong. Yeah, I always thought this was just like a collection of clues, but it's not. They're in some kind of order. Why does the strange blood-colored fluid look the way it does?
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpacked. We often see Miss Sijuin. The research note said that the Melusine race. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty. Fonta's internal
guess
reports
this one.
suggest that there's.
Why do only those who buy tickets to support both fighters receive the packet?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. At least with every right opinion, the right opinion stays. Yeah, that's true.
Ah! Paimon gets this rule too now! So there really was nothing to be
Thank you.
afraid
That's
of.
an order because of how questions appear. Yeah, I just don't read them. I just don't read the questions.
That hidden rule of the pancreation ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid.
Genshin player accent.
People
Yes,
get
absolutely.
scared when they see it because they've
Text.
subconsciously begun to associate
What is
it
that?
with the missing boxer.
I can't see it.
But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale, to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress,
Why are you
knew
saying
that
the
only
Duke when you
total
are speaking
idiots
to
who
him?
didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind. You'll pay for this!
What are you doing, man?
Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you.
Oh my
Sijuin.
god.
That was a
Is
fantastic
this
show.
supposed to be like this?
It was nothing. Your
Oh
Grace.
no.
Sijuin? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
This is so strange. We've never had like not a like even if it's not an actual cutscene, it's still like in the game. This is very strange. I don't know if I like this like point and click cards game.
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sijuin, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What are you talking about?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sijuin, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
It's the light novel route. Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande.
Fremine... Fremine...
Why is Clarande here?
What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
Light novel can be fun with a good story. Yeah, if it's something you like, what's the word? Like if you are expecting that. But if you're expecting something else and you get that, it's not gonna be fun. You know, like if you go to the movies and instead of a movie it's just pictures, you're gonna be disappointed probably. Or something like that. That do be a good point. Yeah, you're gonna be expecting something different and then you get something that you didn't expect.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
I am so...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Okay, I am now very confused.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
So he's not from Fontaine then? Otherwise he'd be water.
Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more.
I thought the twins, and including him, all of them, were from Fontaine. But no. You also need checkup to after shoot. Oh yes, Linny probably.
Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress,
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now.
She just loves to tranquilize people.
Me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Primordial seawater can dissolve Fontanians. I know that. That's why I'm confused.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly.
Got it.
I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Oh my god, that is amazing. Consuming extremely dilute primordial seawater doesn't dissolve Fontainian and makes them high. I know that. But they were talking about large quantities.
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
His voice sounds a lot like Razor currently.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
He consumed large amount of acute concentration of primordial seawater. Yeah, that's what I said. And acute means very small. Oh! I thought it meant like large amounts.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, to get
on it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
I do love that they're giving us real answers, but it's annoying that we get to... Oh, that we have to like... Oh my god, how do I get out? Oh, it is the door. Oh my goodness. That it keeps like pausing. We keeps having to kind of jump from different points of the story all the time. Very high would be obtuse. Oh, okay. The English language is not always very logical. I wonder why the length is wider. Length? What length? Thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. Are we even going here this way? Yes. I hope we get to go to the Forbidden Zone, actually.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger.
How horrible would that actually be, though? Like, imagine... Well, first of all, nobody should ever dive alone. Like, that is... Like, well, it's not a crime, but it should be. Like, that is something you should never ever do. Even in real life, obviously. Especially. But, like... Still, if hypothetically you'd go to dive to a place you alone, it can't be a sea where you don't know where you're going. Like, it can't be, like, you shouldn't do it point blank. Always dive with somebody else. But, and it preferably a team, where you, at least 3 people needs to be, like, on a diving expedition. 1 above the water and 2 below water. Would be great if there was at least 4, but like 3 is the actual minimum. Or the absolute minimum, I mean. So, like, first of all, like, why would you go alone? And second of all, like, imagine you go dive in this place that you're trying to figure out what it is and where is the exit, and you're, like, below sea level, like, underneath the ground, the bottom of the sea. So you're already, like, several dozens of kilometers below water surface. Well, the pressure would be a lot, so I don't know if you could ever, like, free dive there. But if we just don't look at that physics for a little bit, imagine how terrifying that is when he's, like, swimming there and realizing that the water is changing, and then he's desperately just trying to swim back and not being able to. Like, that is horrifying. Absolute nightmare material.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Funny joke, but but you're not in the sea, right?
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long.
I have a story of a colleague who swims to celebrate his postgraduate story in Are River, and that fateful day he was drowned because of the sudden bad weather, and Are River is famous tourist place. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, that is, diving accidents, they happen all the time. And people just don't get it. Like, they just assume everything will be alright, and then it's not. And people don't, like, they don't take into consideration how really absolutely like fatal being in water is. Like, it's fun and games when you're swimming at the beach and stuff like that, but like, people don't realize the, like, danger out at sea or in water. Not yet. If the climate change isn't stopped, yes, half our country will be flooded at least. Yeah, but your country won't be the only one. I mean, people projected Jakarta is drowned in 2050. The sea is freaking dangerous. Yeah, and people sometimes don't realize that. And do stupid shit like the millionaire that just killed people to go on a self-made submarine. What the heck?
Sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Oh, we get to see what he went through. Or not. Is it an actual no.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Childe be?
Oh, we're him! Oh wow, that's so cool, actually. And river in my place is infested by crocodiles, so no safe river here. It's been 2 streams and no Childe yet. Yeah, I'm getting like impatient. Not that I missed that jerk. Oh my god, what happened? I didn't even click anything. Alright. He wanted to really show his claymore there. Okay, so this is the abandoned factory area.
Huh. This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
What if he's the one that made the seawater do the thing? Do the... Like, what if he's causing it? This is cool. I like the... where he goes fast. Like, zoom. That's how it is. Zoom. Interesting. Huh. This was very different than what I expected. The Forbidden Zone. I don't know what I was expecting, but something else. Aww. How do I turn it? Oh, sorry. There was a passage all along. I was just...
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
What obstacles? I'm confused. I could just... Oh, but I can't. I could have changed into Xiao, but since we can't change our party setup, we can't. We have to do it this way. That's... Oh, it's not the Forbidden Zone? Oh, okay. I thought it was. I just realized he's accompanied by the creature which accompanied me. Yes, it's just my thing. I'm just carrying this little guy, but we can also switch to the octopus that we recently got. Like, look at it. It's so cute. I just find it's quite big. Out in land, but like above water. In water, it's cute and nice, but I feel like it takes too much space. What's this? I don't know. I'll switch to this one. I don't know actually why I'm carrying this little guy around with me, but we are. Should we take a... Oops, no. Can I not take a picture? Aww. I think I can take a picture with this. Aww, no! That's so annoying. No pictures in domains. What the heck is that about? I like the fact that the Octobaby has a sleeping hat and sleeps when out of water. Yes, the hat is my favorite part. It looks like one of those hand knitted,
This
crocheted.
is where the water starts. Okay.
Little hats that you can make and see on children. I've been dying to see Fremine with his helmet, diver helmet. I forget he had that.
Master Childe probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Okay, do we go or... Yeah. This is so cool. I hope he wears his helmet. But I doubt it. Will the bug come with me? No, it will. It won't. Let's use the Octobaby. Look at it. So cute. I'm disappointed that he doesn't use his helmet. I knew he wouldn't, but it's still disappointing. Aw, send my love to little Koda. Look how he's swimming, by the way.
Vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
I think he... Does he swim different than others? I haven't seen the kind of... Or maybe he... I don't know. He's so mysterious. I know. This whole place is mysterious. I don't want to go fast because I want to experience the whole thing.
There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here.
Oh no.
Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back.
Oh no.
They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Let's go. Now we get to go fast. Go, go, go.
I can't die here. This is bad. I have to push on.
Oh my god, he's... How did she know to come for him? That one part is a little bit unclear to me. Like, perfect timing.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Childe could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared.
Yeah, and he's not from Fontaine, so he couldn't dissolve into water.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, Lenny.
I'm also really sorry, Lenny. I should have been more careful.
Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You two were nearly...
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Childe.
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What I'm hearing is, we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission. so the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us.
Yeah.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
Okay. At least we know where to go this time. I'm just gonna get rid of this completely. Go to the office. Okay, at least I know where that is. Oh. Or I thought I knew. Is there only one entrance with the... Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Nemo is being so funny. He's in a low position, and I can just see his butt. So funny.
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Childe's disappearance. Lenny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremenet has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Lenny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremenet was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already. That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Childe's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
You do know that all we ever want is answers to any question we have. So even if you forbid us to go in there, we will find a way to go there.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yes.
Follow me.
Ooh, there we go. I'm just as bad as the Traveler herself. Well, I am her, but still. I am so bad at wanting answers. I can't deal with open endings. Like, it's... I just need answers.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Wriothesley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meropide is.
What if you said no to the question if you wanted to know? Would the quest just end? There was no on that one though. The question where when he asked us, would you want to still know it? I think it was both the answers were yes.
Stand on the central plate.
But even if it was no, I have no idea what would have happened.
Is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Okay. We've seen these kind of elevators before, so it's nothing new.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special. What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Ooh. I wonder if we don't tell them, how are we gonna just say like, oh, there was nothing in there?
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa. They all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look.
This is so strange. I can't read the answers on phone, but makes sense. I can just imagine how giant this fortress is. Yeah, this is a humongous place.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meropide. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking? Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
The primordial levels.
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising. Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea. To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third. Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
We've seen the actual, what's the word?
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if your grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
I have no
Good.
idea.
Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
I love them.
Jeez, forget I said anything then.
And I also love him. Sometimes I can't stand him. Oh, my ear. But yeah. The giant fortress will be down and so the Fontaine. Yeah, if the fortress falls, Fontaine falls as well.
Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Yeah, well, to Paimon's eyes, that is true.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Yes, my thought exactly.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Yeah, I thought so.
What a huge ship? This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not much.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves.
Like a Noah's Ark kind of way, but
He
with
called his
people.
nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
If you want to have a functioning society lasting for like decades, if not centuries, I don't think a tiny ship like that will suffice. The story is based on ancient Rome. Yeah, I figured from the name. It actually reminds me of the giant ark story in Gilgamesh.
So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Interesting. I actually don't know what to do. Like, well, I don't know what I can do either. But I am curious how this plays out. That was really interesting. Not what I was expecting, actually. Not at all. And I think that's enough for one day. Because now then we'll have another part of the story. And I think we need to focus on that next time. It's not a choice you get to make. Oh, okay. My hands are tied yet again. This game does love to do that. It's always like, oh, you get to decide. Psych. You didn't. Paimon did. This is actually almost the end of this quest. That's okay. We have other things we get to do. If the next part is like really short. But I have work really early tomorrow, so I need to go to sleep. Well, not right now, but soon. Thank you so much for the stream. You're welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me and doing this quest with me and helping me as always. It is always very helpful. Do we have anybody playing Ooh, we actually do have somebody playing Genshin. Can I do a little... No. Oh my goodness. I need my thing. Let's do a little raid to Princess Mooney. There we go. And I hope you enjoy what she's doing. She's also playing Genshin, and I thank you for being here with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!